Hi guys and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I'm going to unbox this CYMA CM.041SD6 or MP5SD6. Hi guys and welcome back. If you enjoyed my video today, please do like and subscribe. You will be massively helping me out. So today we've got another unboxing from the £900 Taiwan good order, and I hope you've seen that. If not, go check it out and see what kind of goodies we had on there. And based on a vote and things, I decided that this was going to be the next unboxing because people really wanted to see it. So this is the limited edition 2019 edition. This is the high speed one, which is set up to have a high speed motor. So I'm really keen to see how it's getting on. So end of the box, you can see there's the MP5, nice looking piece of kit. I do like the SD versions. My only gripe about, I do like MP5s, my only gripe about them is I just feel the mags are just a little bit too thin. And I was always more of a G3 variant person, just because, particularly the shorter G3s, even though a lot of them, airsoft wise, don't even exist in the real world. I like the bigger, thicker, chunkier mags, but that's an aside. So we'll get that lid off. There we go. And inside we've got our usual little manual, just with some basic information. We've got our chrono sheet, which I think is a nice touch from Taiwan Gun. I've had it downgraded and it is coming in. Maximum the hit there was 351, but all the other shots are maybe 352. All the other shots are below. Once it's bedded in a little bit and you know, I've set the hop, I'm sure it will be under 350. So I'll get rid of this, and there it is. Now that is a nice looking piece of kit. I really like that. So quickly go through what's in the box. Little Allen key. Hex key, I'm not sure what that's for. We'll keep that to one side for a minute. You got a little, oh, it's a mid cap. I was going to say a high cap, but it's not. That's actually a mid cap mag. I'm guessing probably maybe about 100 rounds. You got your little bag of BBs in there as well, and then we've got the MP5 itself. I don't see, unless it's down the side. No, I can't particularly see a cleaning rod. I don't think there's a cleaning rod in there, but never mind. We'll get rid of that. And there it is. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that thing weighs a ton. That is really, really heavy. I'm guessing it's mostly metal, and it is. The lower here, the pistol grip, this is polymer like you would expect, but the upper receiver is all metal. The suppressor is metal. The end cap is a little bit loose there on the suppressor out of the box. Nothing to worry about, it's not going to break it, but obviously just to be aware of. You've got metal charging handle, metal upper along there, so that is a lot of metal. That makes for a very, very heavy, weighty MP5. That's really, really nice. So just have a quick look through that. So you've got your nice suppressor on the front there, and I do love the suppressed look of an MP5. I think this style of handguard I just think is really, really cool. Your battery does sit inside here, which we'll look at in a minute. You got the charging handle, which I love the HK slap. Just give it a tap and it goes back. What I will say is, please do be careful if you get one of these. Don't do that too often. I've had a G3 before and I've had an MP5 before where I've done that, got a little bit too trigger happy doing the slap, and the handle has just literally pinged off, because at times they can use cheap naff metal to do that. So just be warned, you know, that's a once in a while thing and not an every time thing. So you've got your mag well there, going down into, it looks like a blue plastic nozzle, which is obviously to do a blue edition, which I'm guessing this is uprated even from the blue edition. So I'm looking forward to a disassembly on this. We've then got obviously the receiver. You've got 3 firing modes. Doesn't quite seem to click into single. It seems to just skip it and go to full and then come back and click nicely. You can probably see that there. That's obviously nothing, you know, I'd usually go to auto anyway because I'm really, really trigger happy, but obviously, you know, knowing that it's not going to be easily, oh, that's better, did it that time. Maybe it just needs bedding in. So come to the stock. You got your stock here. So this back part of the stock is obviously plastic, and you've got a nice thick rubber pad on there. You just push the paddle and it releases the stock. So there's the partially extended position, and there's the fully extended. And if I tap the paddle again, oh no, it goes out another setting. That's impressive. I'm guessing that then should release the stock, or not, or it used to do anyway. I can figure that out later. So that goes all the way back in. So just to test that again, so there's one position, two positions, and something up. It's the retainer off there, just came out. 3 positions, 4 positions. So you actually got 4 positions on that. I'm impressed because it used to be that it was like 1 or 2 positions at the most. Outside had been fully collapsed. So that's quite nice. We've got the sights there, the iron sights. So you've got the big ring at the front and you've got the adjustable dial on the back. Just see if I can get that in there, look. And those are not adjustable at the front, but the rear obviously can be adjusted based on the kind of conditions that you're shooting in. A lot of people would end up mounting a top rail there anyway and putting a red dot on it. Unfortunately, they've not included one in this set, which is a little bit disappointing, but not to worry. This side then, we've got the serial number on it, unique serial number on it, and we've got obviously just the last details. Bottom of the pistol grip, now that is a nice touch, a nice big meaty screw to adjust your motor. You just need a flathead screwdriver, makes adjusting your motor really, really nice. So we heard one of these clips come out already. I'm just going to move that out of the way, and we'll expose, there's the side of the gearbox, but I can't see the hop up in there, but usually there should be a hop arm there. Okay, so where's the hop adjuster? Now, one of these pegs has come out already, which I seem to remember of old. There are issues with these just popping out whenever they want. So that's just a little metal pin, even that's metal, which is nice. And that should then just slides off. That's stuck on there, it's wedged on there quite nicely. Just to show you, there is a solid ring around there, but there's no matching ring around this side, so it will only go on ideally one way to match that rim there. Sits in the depressed rim in there. That's a metal retainer to obviously keep your thing on, and then we're into the underside there. So you've got your fuse holder and you've got a mini Tamiya. So this is your battery compartment, and that's designed for a mini type battery. So speaking of which, so I've got some batteries, and just to show you, that's a little bit smaller than a mini type battery, and if I sit that in there, it does quite happily sit inside that footprint that it's got there, and the handguard will happily go back on. We'll test with all 3 of these, so don't forget this is supposed to be the high speed one, so the one with the high turnover. So we'll have a look at this. So batteries in, single, start again, come on Pheas, safe, there we go, single, ooh, that's very snappy, full auto, that's definitely much better than you would expect out of a bog standard CYMA out of the box. So that's impressing me so far. So I'll disconnect that battery. So just to show you, that's a 7.4 volt 1600 milliamp LiPo. That's a 25C rating. Next we'll go to the usual 2200 milliamp crane stock LiPo that I use, a Nuprol one that's a 20C rating. Again, I would have said, based on the space in there, you could probably get this in there quite happily, and it would probably run most of the day on one of those alone. So, safe, semi, full auto, possibly a little bit nippier, than the other one. Again, that out of the box, I am liking that. That's really, really impressing me. We know where it's going to end though. I've got the 11.1 2600 20C rating. This one we know is going to be the dream. So connect that up. Safe. Single. Instantly you can see, you can hear it. That's so quick. And then full auto. Oh yes, I love it. Oh God. I need to calm down a little bit. That is brilliant. Whether the high caps and the mid cap can keep up with that, will be another matter to be seen at a later time when I've got the chance to film this. Unfortunately, I can't show you this being shot. Even though I've got somewhere negotiated now, we are in the middle of a lockdown in the UK, so we're kind of stuck. What does concern me is that I still can't see any sort of hop adjustment arm, which I know that the hop is just round here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tools and just remove this front end and see if I can figure out what's going off. So I've been and got my tools. I will do a full disassembly on this. That is a quick change. So that literally just had a quarter turn on there and that came off. I will do a full disassembly on this. And that is foam filled as well by the looks of it, which is quite nice in there. And we'll get this front end off and see if we can figure out what's happening with the hop. Now I dare say possibly that the Allen key that's included might be needed to adjust the hop, but there's no real guidance. I can't really see anywhere to access any sort of hop change based system. So bear with me. We'll take these two screws out the end here. These are little Phillips heads. Now this might be manufacturing oversight, it might be something that I'm just being a bit daft and not seeing. Maybe it's something that they've deliberately not done. We'll find out shortly. So next thing, let's have a look on this. When you're removing these Whartons, here just be careful that the little nuts are in this side, and just to obviously keep your finger over them so that you don't lose them. Pull that out. Now that should, oh, on that, come on Pheas, it's been a long time since I've worked on an MP5. There we go, one there, and that should, now there is nothing actually there that secures that end. Now that's unusual, so let's have a look at this point then. Undo this. I'm hoping it's something really boneheaded that I've just missed, something blatantly obvious, but I'm not convinced. Oh, there's another screw under there that I can't get to. That is most unusual, because usually now that would slide out, but there's another screw under there that I'm guessing keeps that attached to that. Oh wait, there is a screw there. Maybe it's just that screw there. Come on. There we go. Are you going to come out? No, it's not. Now, it should be an adjustable hop, and I've looked in the manual. There's not even anything in the manual that suggests how to adjust the hop unit at all, which, you know, even that's a little bit unusual. I'm pretty sure this is going to need a full disassembly to figure out what's going off with this. The fact that it's high speed is brilliant and fantastic, and that's ace, and we've heard it in action there. That's really, really great. But I am struggling, genuinely struggling, to find any way to adjust this hop unit, and that concerns me, that if you can't adjust your hop unit, then why would you bother? You know, we need to adjust the hops. Maybe it's just preset for a set weight. There's nothing down the magwell. There's nothing in the sides anywhere. I literally can't find any sort of way to do this. So what I will do is I'll do a disassembly on this, and we'll figure this out and see where we can go up to. I will leave the usual videos after that. A little bit disappointing right at the end there. That's kind of let me down a little bit, but it is what it is. Please do like and subscribe. I will release the disassembly video on Thursday, or the Thursday after this video has come out, for you to go and have a look through what's going off with this. So, thanks a lot guys. See you next time. Bye.